You're listening to Fit Talk with Coach Luis. This is a special segment we call the Monday Morning Brew. The Monday Morning Brew.
Welcome back, guys.
Hi.
Ashley is here yet again.
Yes.
I'm paying her a lot of money to be in these episodes. Oh, man. I can't believe we're almost in 2026.
I know. This year has flown by so fast.
It's crazy. It needs to keep flying by. Let's see. This is the last week of December.
Yeah.
The last Monday of December, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yep.
So we thought it was a perfect opportunity to talk about the last Monday morning brew of the year with goals. Resolution time. Ba, 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 ba. I need to get one of those little sound things too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we want to just break down how to set some goals for if that's your thing. Of course, if it's not your thing, you'll get some good information out of this, because we all should set SMART goals for anything we're doing. SMART goals work for anything in life. So yeah, even if New Year's setting resolutions is not your thing, hey, you might get some good tips out of this. So just hang out anyways.
Yeah.
While you're drinking your coffee. But these are going to be some good tips, good steps on how to set New Year's goals that actually stick without pressure, without guilt, because we do not want to ever associate anything that we're doing for our wellness with negativity. We want to always make sure that we associate it with positivity. So no guilt and no perfectionism. We're not perfect, so we cannot expect to have perfect outcomes.
Yeah.
That's just part of being human. It's part of learning and adapting and growing. So just clarity, compassion, and small steps forward. So let's jump right in.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So step number 1, paso número uno. What makes a goal SMART? So SMART goals are, like, SMART literally stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. And we'll give some examples of what that looks like and everything. But a lot of goals actually fail because they're actually too vague. So sometimes we might be like, oh, like, what's your goal? What do you want to do? Oh, I want to get healthier. That's great. But that's not very specific. It's very broad. It's very vague. You need to break that down into small little steps. Or it could be, I want to be more confident, or I want to save money. Again, those are all really good intentions, but there's no clarity at all. So it's too much.
Yeah.
So that's just like, well, okay, well, how are you going to save money? Oh, I don't know. And that's it. It just stays there. So it's like, all right, well, let's break it down. Let's figure it out. So SMART goals help give us a roadmap, which I like, instead of a wish.
Yeah.
It's like, it's actually, there's a plan, and that'll help you execute it.
Yeah. Well,
So-
and I think when the goals are too grand as well, it's hard to get to that end result.
Yeah.
And that, I think, can be a point when it fails as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really the whole entire point of breaking them down into little bite-sized things. That's why it's all, we hear that all the time, small progressive steps is the key, baby steps. And it was cool because I read something the other day that was talking about when, people are like, oh, I'm making these baby steps. And people are like, oh, baby steps. Oh, that must be so easy. Like little baby steps. No, actually think about the baby doing those steps. Those are hard. They're not easy at all, but they're pushing and they're able to do it, and they get better and better and better. So keep doing those baby steps. And that's what we want to talk about with these 5 steps that we're going to talk about today. These are going to be our 5 baby steps. All right. So what is step number 2?
The kinder approach. Before you set any goal, ask yourself, does this goal come from pressure or from purpose? I like that. Does it make my life heavier or lighter? Is this something I want or something I think I should want? So when your goals come from self-compassion, they tend to last longer.
Yeah, it's so true. I like there's so many good points from these.
Yeah. I love the whole from pressure or from purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, it also the heavier or lighter, because with me, especially, being a single mom and stuff like that, it's hard when I have to make goals for myself when I've got, my daughter to take care of and I'm running around all over town for her.
Yeah.
And then everything on mine tends to just kind of, well, I can
The
do
back
that
burner.
later. Yeah, it just kind of gets pushed to the side and I'll do it later. So I love that whole, does it make my life heavier or lighter?
Yeah.
So
So that's a good thing to like kind of reflect on is so like that if you want to share how like what's a typical day for you?
oh goodness.
And this is a cool thing because I think a lot of other people that might be in your same situation can actually like relate to this.
Yeah.
So what's a typical day for you?
So I get up early, and I try to get up earlier than my daughter because I like that me time that before the craziness of the day happens. And I'll drink my coffee, but once I do that, I mean, I wake her up, I get her going. I then start getting ready for work, and then, just the chaos of making sure she has everything. Now
It's nonstop.
oh man, yeah. And then, and she's in a million activities now. So then I get her dropped off at work or school, then I go to work, and then I leave to go meet her. And then depending on what day of the week it is, she's either got her color guard that she goes and does, practices with, or she's doing violin. And color guard's 3 days a week for 3 hours.
A little part-time job.
Yeah. And then 1 day a week she has violin lessons.
Yep.
So, and then she's, 11. So she's got school activities, school functions that she's always trying to go to. And I try to get her or like let her go to as many as she can.
Yeah.
So,
Which is nice. But again, it goes back to that whole thing is then how are you working towards making your goals happen when you're also trying to do everything else? Like, again, life.
yeah.
Getting in the way of our plans, like I love to say. And that's where those little SMART goals will start helping those micro goals that we'll talk about will actually start helping.
Well, yeah, because we got dinner somewhere in there, and then I've got
Right.
dogs,
Yep.
so
Yep.
we've got to take care of them and
All the
axolotl.
adulting, the axolotl. Yeah, you got the dogs. You got
Yeah, doesn't leave
it's-
much of me time.
right.
So
Right. And that's where that's where these SMART goals really do help when you have such a heavy load of things that you're doing all day. And it just helps.
yeah,
And then the third step, número tres, quick SMART goal examples. So this is where we'll kind of start talking about the examples of, okay, what is a SMART goal? So we'll take not the typical, but a vague goal of, I just want to get healthier, which is great. We all do, I'm sure, for the most part, I guess.
yeah,
I think we all do, right? But then what does the SMART version of that look like? So this is where you break down the specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So the SMART version of I want to get healthier is, for example, for the next 30 days, I'm going to walk 10 minutes a day and to boost my energy, basically. That is breaking down that very vague, long-term goal, really, into those small progressive steps. And that's where we get those things. Right now, it's specific. We know what we're going to do. Walk. We know how we're going to measure it by the 10 minutes a day. We know it's achievable because we'll be doing it consistently. So we'll be seeing, all right, how achievable is this for what I'm wanting to do?
right.
Relevant because, right, your overall thing you want to do is get healthier. So it's relevant. You're walking to get healthier. And then time bound, 30 days. So that is the goal for that specific SMART goal.
Yeah.
What's another example?
I want to be more confident.
All right. And then the SMART version of that would be what?
Every Monday, I'll write down one thing I did well that week.
Yep.
Small, clear, it's doable.
There you go. So SMART goals, the cool thing about that is that SMART goals can be applied to anything that we're wanting to focus on. Even if it was just to read more, we can be like, all right, cool. Every night I'm going to read for 5 minutes every night for the next 30 days.
Or journal.
Or journal.
You know,
Every
something.
single night I'm going to journal at least 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the afternoon, or whatever. But yeah, SMART goals have to be relevant. They have to connect to something that we truly believe in.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to make them be a actual SMART goal that will actually last longer. And those are really good things, good questions to ask ourselves from step number 2 is, does this come from pressure or from purpose? I'd like that a lot too. You know, if it's something that I really want or something I think I should want, you know, am I being pressured into what society norms are telling me that I should be doing, that I should,
Or
and
you should look this way.
yes,
Oh,
or like,
that
you know,
one drives me
yeah,
insane.
or you should have the latest model of this vehicle.
Yeah.
So is that really a goal that you want to work extra harder to get that because you think you should be wanting those things? So all those little good things I think that we can be really like focusing on.
Yeah.
All right. And then step number 4, número 4. These are micro goals. So these micro goals are tiny actions that build momentum. Again, super simple, super easy, really just good, clear goals. Drink 1 extra glass of water. I love to do that as soon as I wake up. I have my water jug right next to everywhere, wherever I'm at, I have my water with me. I just make sure I have 2 or 3 swigs of water as soon as I wake up. So just do something simple like that, just 1. If you're normally drinking 5 cups of water a day, shoot for 6. Something super simple that you can do.
Yeah.
Or read for 5 minutes, like we were saying earlier. Or clean out a drawer. If your goal is to like purge stuff and don't look at the whole entire thing, start with 1 drawer and go from there.
Yeah.
And then, cool, 1 drawer done. Awesome. Next weekend, I'll do another drawer and just go from there. Or spend 10 minutes on a creative project. And again, these are just small little wins that'll build trust within ourselves. And that trust will fuel the consistency. So yeah, I like that a lot too.
Yeah. I like those.
And one thing I will say too is habit stacking, which I think is so important to do. So if you're trying a new habit that you've never done before, stack it on to something that you already are doing consistently, that is, you do it without even thinking. So for example, if you're consistent with, you know, you get up in the morning and you always get that cup of coffee first. That's like your go-to. I'll say that because I know that's your thing. Your
Yes.
cup of coffee is the first thing you do. So stack your water with that. So that's a good way to habit stack because you're adding something, you're piggybacking it on something that you already do. So it's easy because you're like, oh, I'm gonna get my coffee. Oh, wait, let me drink my cup of water first.
Yeah.
Done. And then you just go on with your normal routine. But it could be anything else. It could be the book. Like I was trying to read books in the evenings. It was not working for me whatsoever at all because I was just so tired mentally. I didn't have the energy to read anything else. I was done.
Yeah.
So what I started doing when I'm going to the gym in the mornings, I know I have an hour in between the gym and work. That's when I was doing my reading. It was in the morning. So I would go to the gym in the mornings, get home, shower, and I have that whole entire hour. So I would just sit and read. But my mind was fresh because I haven't done anything really. It's the first thing in the day. And it was easy. So little things like that. Figure out what works for you and habit stack onto that, and it'll help a lot.
I love reading in the evening. I guess it depends on the genre because I don't really care to read self-help books in the evening because that's when I feel like I have to think like, okay, I've got to start doing this and I've got to start doing this and like, oh, that makes sense now. And yeah, I'm just like mentally done by that time. But if it's like fantasy or a murder mystery or, you know, something where I don't have to think, I just get to kind of like play that movie in my head as I'm reading it.
Yeah.
I like that because then it helps me stay away from electronics before bed.
100%.
And I tend to sleep so much better
Yeah. That's
when
so
I give
true.
myself break from the electronics. So
It's so true. I'm right there with you with that, because in the mornings, I read that the Let Them theory from Mel Robbins. I read that book fast because I was reading it in the mornings, but I couldn't do it in the evenings. I was like, I can't think through this stuff right now. I just rather read like what you're saying, a post-apocalyptic type of a book
Yeah.
or something like that, or just a book where it's just kind of like you get to disconnect, but yeah, you give your eyes a break from screens and so on. So yeah, but I totally agree with that.
yeah.
And then step number 5, paso número 5.
Accountability without shame. Accountability doesn't have to feel like judgment. It can be supportive. Share your goal with someone who roots for you. Track progress visually. Celebrate tiny wins. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
You can do this by tracking what you are doing, whether it's with an app or a journal, etc. Just the goal with when life changes. I am huge on adjusting the goal because my life is so hectic and crazy that there's going to be days where I can't go work out in the morning because that's my new goal is I want to work out in the morning.
Yeah.
But with, my daughter in all these, activities after school, then it just might make more sense to go when she's there. Because then I have that, that time frame of, not doing anything.
That's true. But that's the thing of it all, is the consistency. That is really going to be the key. And being able to pivot like that is so important, because then it doesn't get to that point where it's like, well, I didn't get to work out in the morning, so forget it. I'm just not going to do it at all.
Yeah.
When you, like you said, well, she's usually there for 3 hours, so I can go work out now, because my workout's not going to be 3 hours.
No.
You got plenty of time to do it. So that's a really good way to just pivot and adjust when you need to adjust. And remembering that we only fail when we quit. So don't. Let's focus on that.
Don't quit.
But we need to learn to pivot, and that's also a challenge.
Yeah.
And also finding that, like, a good accountability partner, I think, is important to have for anyone that's trying to do some goals like that. If your tribe or your family or your crew, if they're part of that same mentality, it would be so much easier.
Yes.
If you don't have that, simple ways to find it is when you do go to the gym, when you do go to, even like now, when going to the gym and sitting in the sauna, it could be a perfect time where you just kind of like start a conversation with someone. It might be like, hey, wait, when do you come work out? Usually around this time.
Yeah.
You mind if we work out together every now and then?
Well, the women are always very chatty in my sauna.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
We always have conversations.
And that's cool, because then you can find other people that, again, are there with the same mentality to just be healthier. And then knowing you have that accountability partner, it's so nice, because then oh my goodness, they're going to be there. So I don't want to let them down. I'm going to show up.
Yep.
That helps, because motivation is not constant. It's not so.
No, it's hard. And I think that, kind of goes into the whole pivoting, as well, because when we're sitting there and we have something that we know is going to be every single day, it just, when life happens and you're just like, oh, I didn't plan for this. Well, then you've got to restructure your whole day, basically.
Yep.
And so then usually it makes it hard. Well, you know what? I just will skip the gym, or I'll just skip this and I'll just skip that and we'll just do that. But pivoting and saying, okay, I didn't get to go today, or I didn't get to go in the morning. I think I can set aside 30 minutes, later today, or I can definitely go tomorrow morning and I'll do that instead.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
it makes it so much easier.
It does. And then another thing too is if we need to break it up, that's also fine too. Like if you have to break up your workout, where like, hey, I know I can't make my 40-minute workout, but let me at least go and do like a 20-minute workout.
Yeah.
Or let me just get on the treadmill and run for a solid 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so.
Or we've done where we can't make it to the gym. We're going to go for a walk around the neighborhood.
Right.
So
You're still
at least
moving.
we're being active. Yeah.
And that's what matters, is being consistent and, again, adjusting when you need to adjust and just making it work. There's so many things that we can do. So yeah, as we all step into the new year, just remember, we don't need a new version of ourselves. We really just need a clearer, kinder plan for the version that we already are. So if this episode helped you, share it with somebody else who's also setting goals too. And if you're working on your own SMART goals, we would love to hear them.
Yes.
Yeah. Please drop it in the comments. Instagram at Live to Progress. Let us know. I would love to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm very interactive. I like to talk. I like to share. So if you guys need any pointers, anything like that, we're more than happy to help. So let me know how you guys like this episode. Please stay safe. Always remember to talk to your healthcare professional, your healthcare provider before starting any type of exercise program. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only, but we are professionals and we do know what we're doing. So take it one day at a time, guys, and just be consistent. But thanks for listening to myself and Ashley just chatting it up. And yeah, Happy New Year, guys. And thanks for listening to the Monday Morning Brew. And we will see you in a year.
Next year.
We'll see you in 1 year. Oh, my goodness. 2026. Here we come.
Oh, my gosh. I know.
It's crazy.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Take care.
Thanks for checking out Fit Talk with Coach Luis. Remember to follow us on social media, on Instagram at Live to Progress, and on Twitter at Live2Progress. Stay tuned for more episodes of Fit Talk with Coach Luis coming soon. And remember, always live to progress.